Without warning, we said hello to our viewers.
Quickly, hit a button.
Okay.
That'll play again when we start a new game.
Oh, cool. Okay, I
sure
assume
this is
that... so, Archmagus has decided to introduce me to one of his childhood favorite games.
This is literally... Okay, so before we even start, I'll preface this. This is Lufia and the Fortress of Doom. This game is my childhood. Like, straight up is. I got a Super Nintendo when I was like... 5? I got this game, this was the third game I got for it. Yeah. I was 6. This game was my introduction to JRPGs.
You tell me who the love interest is, I'm gonna name her Hood.
You can only name the main character.
What is this childish bullshit? Why do they restrict me? Is this like a...
Shh. Okay, we'll just play.
Okay.
Without warning, the island suddenly appeared in the sky. The music in this game is phenomenal.
Hey, is that an island? Oh, fuck! Oh.
4 foul and wicked beings claimed it for themselves.
I mean, that seems fair. If it just appears out of the air, like...
Dibs!
Yeah, the squad is right, bitches!
They possessed the frightening powers of chaos, destruction, terror, and death.
Ooh, 2 of those are last bosses in different games.
Yep.
Is Destruction one?
The people were horrified. They called the evil ones Sinistrals.
That seems a little too creative. No offense. I would just
They debated it for a while.
Why wouldn't you just call them monsters?
The reign of terror continued.
So Terror was one of the 4, right?
Well, yeah.
So,
but he wasn't the leader.
If he's
the
not
world massed its warriors to battle their dark foes.
Like, why you gotta call them dark foes?
But the Sinistrals were all powerful. I really love this music.
Aww.
Talk about nostalgia.
It's always the music that goes straight to your nostalgia.
It's deeply associated with memory. In desperation, the people called on their bravest fighters. Artia, Guy, Maxim, and Salon.
I feel like there would be more than that. Like, where's the Canadian? Oh, I should...
And so began the final battle.
I feel like this should be the first battle.
It's so dark.
I feel the energy. A very dark energy. Beware! It's powerful!
Salon, light magic.
As you wish.
Is this the Fortress of Doom?
So cold, it freezes straight to the heart.
Welcome, Maxim.
Deus, it's you, isn't it? Show yourself. Which one will show which voice switch?
Approach.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm level 70 fucking whatever.
This is one of the only games I know of that...
So I'm gonna die.
No.
Maxim, we can't escape.
That's Salon, that's the only girl.
Okay.
So there's Maxim, Salon, Artia, the elf, and Guy the warrior.
Okay, can I be the elf, and which one of us is the best lady voice? Well, you were partner ladies, so I think
I'll be Salon then.
Okay, you be Salon, I'll be the elf. You want to be red hair?
Sure, I'll be the hero.
Okay.
That way you can be my son. Sorry.
Move the pointer to the spell. Press the X button to see what the spell can do.
So this is one of the reasons that I think this game is so unlike other games. There are very few games I have found that start you as, like, in the final battle.
Yes, I would say...
In the prequel, as the tutorial.
Yes, I would say that this is not something that I expected. Ooh, I got a treasure chest.
It's a found spell potion.
Ooh. I believe that they did this in Sonic as well when they put you up against Chaos. Is it going to be a similar kind of feeling?
No.
Are you sure? Ooh, I get to see cool things.
Yep.
I have learned how to do JRPGs since time immemorial. I get to just hit the button over and over again.
Yep, especially for the beginning part. So this game
I
is...
can miss?
Yeah, so this game is older. So you actually, it's got similar issue in terms of UI to like the first Final Fantasy, where if you tell everyone to attack one monster and the monster dies, they keep attacking where the monster was.
Okay, so I have to use more forethought.
Yep.
Huh.
They also, if it's a group of monsters and you attack them, you can't select which one if it's a group of the same monsters.
Okay, since you're guiding me through your childhood, tell me which way to go.
Okay, just go straight up down the middle.
Okay.
I love this soundtrack. I love that opening. It's a very cinematic opening. This game... Hold on, let me pull out when this game came out again. This game was like... I want to say a year after Soul Blazer.
I'm gonna run away. Because I don't see a need to constantly fight these really awesome monsters. I think as soon as people see them, that should be enough. And since this is... It looks like I'll probably...
There's no point in leveling, so yeah.
Yeah.
This is mostly to get used to the system.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to get a little more used to... Oh, well, you're guiding me. So
I'll guide you, but you should get at least a little hang up of the system. So what I love about this game is the same reason that I introduced Soul Blazer. This, to me... Again, I was 6.
Yeah.
This was my intro to JRPGs. And I've told you off the channel that for me, when I think of a pure, excellent JRPG, Lufia is what comes to mind. And the reason for that being, by nowadays, by most standards, most JRPGs have at least some sort of mechanic to really differentiate them and make them interesting and different. Lufia doesn't really have that. You're not going to get to customize your group. You get the same 4 characters no matter what. They learn their spells when they hit certain levels. Like, really, there's just equipment and accessories. There's no really super interesting exploration dynamic. But in terms of art, in terms of music, in terms of story, in terms of just basic dungeon design, it's all really high caliber. So to me, when I think of an example of a really excellent, pure JRPG, like a distillation of the formula with no bells and whistles, I think of Lufia.
I think of Half Minute Hero, but I think that this is more true to the...
Well, that's even more distillation. That's literally distilling it to 30 seconds.
I'm sorry, how many seconds do we have left? Sorry, flashbacks.
Yeah.
Did I just leave the wrong room?
Nope, that's you're going the right way.
Okay.
The game itself is actually called, in Japan, Ectopolis Denki, Story of Ectopolis. That's the name of the world.
Ah.
Unfortunately, Taito doesn't publish games anymore, so the series is now defunct. This is another example of fun American translations. When they brought it to America, they're like, it needs a more American name. Let's call it Lufia and the Fortress of Doom, because Lufia is one of the main characters. She only appears in the first game, but that became the name of the series, since that was the first series to show up in the States.
Awesome. Sounds cool, bro.
Yeah, so like every game has been titled Lufia, but this is the only one that has anything to do with her.
Good to know. And I know that...
Go look at each of the statues.
Oh my god, these are totally characters.
Yep.
That I'm going
those are the 4 Sinistrals.
Oh, of course.
Actually, go down real quick.
Am I going to become the Sinistral?
No, don't worry.
I thought I would be the evil. I love the artwork on these. So
isn't it gorgeous?
Some of the posing is really nice. I get a sense of emotion from it. So where'd you say to go?
So go down and around. There's stuff to find.
Okay, I'm sure that I missed some of this stuff to find based on your instruction already.
Yeah, but that's totally fine. This came out in '93. This came out a year after Soul Blazer.
Whew. Yeah, this reminds me of Dragon Quest and
It's very similar to Dragon Quest.
Did Dragon Quest come out before this or after?
Well, Dragon Quest was on this Nintendo.
Oh,
which Dragon Quest are you referring to?
I was just thinking Dragon Quest.
Yeah,
period.
No, almost all JRPGs in have been influenced by Dragon Quest in some form. This, as you can see, wears its stuff on its sleeve. So there's the 4 options are up for spell selection. Miracle is the ultimate revive. It revives with like full magic, health and magic.
Okay. Well, these guys are bomb as hell.
So Maxim is the main warrior.
Okay.
He's got strong attack and defense, and he has healing magic and buffs. Guy is the strongest attack and defense, but has no magic. Salon is the wizard. She has the most powerful magic in the game, mostly attack though. Artia is the fastest. He has a bow that allows him to hit multiple enemies with his regular attacks for light damage. And he has offensive spells, and he has healing and buffing.
Cool.
So he's the jack of all trades. Oops, I think you just attacked your own. Yep.
That's fine.
So that's kind of the 4 archetypes. You've got the paladin, the warrior, the wizard, and the bard elf.
Yeah. Go with bard elf. Mm-hmm. I've always been a fan of bards and red mages. I always just like the versatility, because I find that a lot of the times you can use the utility in a really interesting way if you just think about it more. Mm-hmm. Sometimes that's not true. Like I'm thinking of like the heavy damage things from white mages and black mages. Mm-hmm. And obviously in like MMOs like Final Fantasy XI, that was more of a thing. But I've always found that the red mages are good enough and can... Man, I miss Bravely Default's ability to turn off random battles.
There's something you'll get... There's an item you'll get later. The only reason you don't have it now is because this is the prequel. Or is because this is the prologue. But it's available immediately. And in this one, you have an item called Sweetwater that you buy that whenever you use it, it's really cheap. Whenever you use it, go around again. Go down and around.
Again?
No, on the mid-tier.
Okay.
When you use it, it reduces the encounter rate.
Okay, reduces but doesn't remove. Okay, I'll be buying the shit out of that.
Legitimately, you're expected to. When I played this as a kid, I always carried 99 of them with me.
Okay. Now where?
Either way. Those are recovery circles.
Oh.
They're introducing you to all the mechanics.
Cool. So that way...
I love that animation.
That way you won't feel like a chump when you just get dropped into the world.
Yeah.
I have to say, I'm not a big fan of this tutorial design. I think that there's too much that someone could miss. It gives you all the options early, so you could really experiment with it, but that's the equivalent of giving someone, like... It's kind of like giving someone a textbook and telling them, like, oh, here's every option available to you. Have fun. And, like, that could be really fun, because it gives a player all the options, but it doesn't really teach.
Yeah, well, this is also back in the days where there was very little in the ways of tutorials and handholdings. This is really more of a prologue. And you're actually, like, so powerful that it's actually very difficult for you to not win. Like, you might actually be faster for you to just straight attack.
Oh, no, that's what I mean. Like, this feels like it's trying to teach me all the mechanics by giving them all to me at the start. And I'm not sure it accomplishes that. It does give me a sense of power, though.
Yeah, that's more the goal.
Okay.
Because this is the prologue. Like, you'll see what I mean.
And this is the magic recovery, I assume?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just gonna kill them all.
That'll actually be faster.
So I see that I can target 2 knights at a time. So
that's what I was talking about, where it's 2 of the same enemy, and it'll pick which one to attack.
Yeah.
RT is the only one who will attack both, because RT has the bow.
Huh, interesting. Okay. So, that's an interesting note, especially for games like this, because, yeah, it literally is just faster to kill them. I should have been running.
Another small note that I didn't really realize until I was much older. All of their eyes are just darker versions of their hair colors.
Oh, yeah. It's totally...
It's a really nice design element I like.
I'm actually not sure if that's true with Celine.
Salons, I think, might be yellow.
Probably should have targeted the...
It's not gonna make... Trust me, it's not gonna make a huge difference. And I'll guide you through the...
I'm happy that they have the attack animations in the little
that was actually revolutionary for the time.
Yeah, I've played enough JRPGs that I can't think of another game that does that, with the exception of Chrono Trigger, which is something very different.
Yeah, because that's actually fighting on the map.
Yeah.
And I love that they each have their own attack animation.
Yeah. Celine has that little butt wiggle that goes with her hit.
Yeah.
You know, bringing out the important bits.
Yeah. So I'm Maxim and Salon, you're our TN guy?
Yes.
Okay, and then I'll be Douse, and we can figure out the other voices later.
Yes. Just go straight?
Just go straight. You don't need to go find every chest.
Okay.
You may cross.
Thank you!
Maxim, it could be a trap. He said cross, let's go. But Douse is testing us. He senses our feelings. Don't show any fear.
You're right. That's what he's doing. My power is strong! The hopes of my people energize me!
He's not very effeminate, but go ahead.
Well, I've already chosen that voice.
Yeah, you've chosen that voice. Come on, Salon. We're the world's last and only chance. I know. There's still hope as long as Dual Blade keeps its light.
Okay.
That's his sword. Dual Blade boosts our powers. It makes us even stronger in the center of this darkness.
I feel like I should have chosen Salon.
We will destroy the Sinistrals and restore peace to the world. This we promise. If you want to, go ahead. You want to switch?
Okay, you can take the elf.
Sure.
We promise! Together!
Sure. Ha ha ha! I sense your hope. Indeed, it is powerful.
Sinistrals.
That's long.
Sinistrals! Your reign of tyranny is over. Do you hear me? We will finish you once and for all.
The woman's energy flows strangely. Is this human love?
Don't talk! It's that time of the month, okay?
Such a thing is unknown to us.
That time of the month? Oh.
Yes, we are immortal.
I thought you were terror! You should know what this is!
No matter, it is easily smashed.
I mean, now they gotta get their heads knocked in. They went up to a girl and said she was easily smashed.
Yeah. Maxim, at last we meet. I sense your strength, a worthy opponent. Douse, with Dual Blade I return the pain you gave to my people. Hold, Maxim, you shall fight me first.
Okay.
Gades, Sinistral Destruction.
Cool.
He's high. Oh,
Go on.
I was going to say, to guide you through this, he has high defense and attack, You might want to buff. You can usually make it just by mostly attacking. If you want to do like some fancy buffs, you can. For Salon, you should just almost always use Thunder. That's the most powerful single target spell you got.
Thunder.
I can explain to you what any spell does otherwise.
Okay.
So like Floods, water damage on all people. Mirror is a reflect spell. Sunder is fire damage on all people. Dread lowers an enemy's defense, so that would be a good to use on him. Trick increases, I think, your team's attack. So if you want to be buffing your team, that's good too.
Okay.
Guy should just straight up attack always.
This was... I'm sorry, Gades was...
Sinistral of Destruction, and he's a high strength, high defense boss.
Okay, so he's like a war in other
Yeah,
terms.
he's like if you were to compare the Sinistrals as the counterparty to the heroes, Gades is Guy.
Got it. So you said that...
So Valor heals the entire party, Champion heals one person.
Boost. What's boost do?
I'm trying to remember. I think that boosts your defense.
That's not really useful. I'm going to attack.
Okay, yeah. Maxim's your second strongest attacker, so that's a good use for him.
Yeah. You said Dread was good? What?
Lowering his defense, yeah, and that increases offense. But Dread and Trick are good for Artia, otherwise I would cast a spell because his normal offense isn't strong enough to do much against Gades.
Okay. Okay, which one of these would work best against him? Would it be Poison?
I don't think that's going to work well against a Sinistral. I think you're better off just attacking with Maxim.
Okay.
Unless you're going to use him to buff or heal.
Okay.
See, he increased 147 attack points.
That's pretty significant.
Yeah, he's going to hit like a truck. Especially since you also decreased his defense. And you notice how much Salon's Thunder hits for.
Thunder.
I put that on Maxim? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then have Maxim attack again.
And
just keep spamming Thunder.
Thundercats.
Like the other attacks are very powerful too, but Thunder is your strongest single target.
Okay. So yeah, this is a classical JRPG. Like, I'm sure that there's ways to rig the opponent to like attack multiple times and all that inside the system that I don't know about. Mm-hmm. I feel like we should probably pay attention to the speedrun.
Yeah, I mean, but there were no guides. But yeah, see, that was pretty easy.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so hold on, before you go any further, we want to finish the prologue next time?
Next time.
Next time, okay.
For destruction! For chaos!
For
terror!
No, we're against those things.
Thundercats!